Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Tonight, I'm bringing you 5 truly shocking and horrifying moments caught on camera. The kinds of events that feel unreal until you actually see them unfolding on screen. These aren't reenactments, they aren't special effects. These are real moments caught by accident, by surveillance, by live streams, and by people who never imagined that one random recording would capture the most terrifying seconds of their lives. So sit back, turn off the lights, and listen carefully, because every moment you're about to hear was seen, filmed, and remembered forever. The first incident takes us to a seemingly peaceful suburban street. Bright daylight, kids playing nearby, nothing unusual at all. A father had just set up a small security camera outside his home after hearing dogs bark at night. He wasn't expecting anything major. In fact, he only installed it because he got a discount on the camera. But one sunny afternoon, the camera captured something no one in that neighborhood could ever forget. A young boy about 8 years old was riding his bike on the sidewalk. In the background, you can hear faint laughter, the wheels rotating, the typical sounds of a normal neighborhood day. But then, from the corner of the screen, a tall man slowly walks into frame. At first glance, he looks like a delivery guy. Tucked in, cap pulled low, clipboard in hand. The boy notices him and moves slightly to the side, thinking the man needs to pass. But instead, the man grabs the boy's arm in one sudden, violent motion. The boy drops his bike and screams. The man tries dragging him toward a parked van just off screen. At this moment, the neighborhood dog, an old golden retriever, comes charging into the frame, barking fiercely. The man panics, releases the boy, and sprints away. The dog keeps chasing him until he disappears around the corner. The boy runs home screaming for his father. Later, police confirmed that the man had been linked to multiple attempted abductions in nearby areas. The chilling part, if that dog hadn't been outside at that exact moment, the video would have captured something far worse. That footage became central evidence in tracking down the suspect. The father later said he still hears his son scream every time he watches it, but he keeps the video as a reminder of how close they were to tragedy. Our second horrifying moment comes from a live stream, a genre where anything can happen, and sometimes viewers witness something they were never meant to see. A teenage gamer named Rylan was streaming late at night. His room was dimly lit with blue LED, the glow from the monitor lighting his face. For the first hour, everything is normal. He jokes with chat, plays casually, and occasionally glances over at something off screen whenever he hears a noise. His viewers tease him about having a ghost in the house, and he laughs it off. But as the night goes on, the strange noises grow louder. First a soft thud in the hallway, then the sound of something sliding. Rylan mutes his mic and calls out to his parents, but there's no answer. Chat begins spamming messages like, "Bro, what's happening? Did you hear that?" Then, during a quiet moment in his game, a figure appears behind him at the doorway. Just a dark silhouette. Chat explodes with comments, but Rylan's screen face shows he's focused and doesn't notice. The figure slowly steps inside, staying close to the wall. What makes it worse is how silently it moves, like it practiced. Suddenly, the door behind him slams shut. Rylan whips around in confusion, and for a split second the camera catches the intruder rushing forward. You hear Rylan scream, his chair clatter to the floor, and the stream cuts out. Viewers immediately start calling authorities, reporting the last moments they saw. Police arrived 14 minutes later. They found Rylan locked in a closet, shaken and crying but physically unharmed. The intruder was gone. Investigations later revealed that someone had been watching him for months, someone who lived only a few blocks away. The footage went viral, becoming one of the most disturbing live stream moments of the decade. Rylan never streamed again. The third story takes place on a mountain road known for stunning views and sharp turns. A couple was driving with a dashcam on, enjoying the scenery. The road winds along a cliffside, with only a short guardrail separating them from the drop. For a while, everything is peaceful. The sound of the engine, soft conversation, the wind brushing past the microphone. But then the couple spots something bizarre. A car ahead of them swerving wildly from side to side. At first they think the driver might be drunk. The woman recording even says, "Should we call someone?" But before they get the chance, the swerving car suddenly slams into the guardrail. The dashcam captures the exact moment the car teeters on the edge, half its body hanging over the cliff. Smoke rises from the tires as the driver desperately floors the gas, trying to pull the vehicle back. The couple stops their car instantly and jumps out, sprinting to help. The audio is chaotic, screaming, the sound of shifting metal, the car creaking dangerously as it slides inch by inch. Just as the couple reaches the door and tries pulling the driver out, the car gives way. For a hot, stopping moment, the vehicle dangles in the air. The man managing to grab the driver's hand is recorded yelling, "Hold on, don't let go." But gravity is stronger. The car drops out of frame, falling hundreds of feet down the cliffside. The man collapses to the ground screaming. The footage ends with the woman crying and calling emergency services. Later investigation revealed the car's brakes had completely failed. The driver's last moments, his desperate attempt to stay alive, haunt viewers who have seen the footage. Many say the sound of the metal breaking stays in their head long after watching. Our fourth moment is one of the creepiest security camera recordings ever captured. It comes from a convenience store in the middle of the night floor. Recent lights buzzing, aisles completely empty, and only one employee working the counter. A storm was raging outside, wind hammering against the windows. The employee later said he was used to quiet nights, but something felt off from the moment he started his shift. At 2:17 a.m., the store's automatic doors slide open, but no one walks in. The employee looks up, confused. He steps out from behind the counter, calls out and checks outside, but the street is empty. He shrugs, returns to the counter, and sits back down. Minutes later, the soda fridge door swings open on its own. A bottle falls out, rolls across the floor, and stops right at the man's feet. He jumps up again, breathing heavily. The CCTV footage shows him circling the store, checking behind aisles, looking for pranksters. But there's no one. Then the lights flicker once, twice, and when they stabilize, a figure is standing at the far end of the aisle. Tall, very thin, wearing what looks like a drenched black coat. The employee freezes. He calls out, but the figure doesn't move. The footage shows the figure's head tilting slightly to the side, almost curious. The employee takes one step forward, and the figure instantly vanishes, not walks away, not turns around, vanishes. Terrified, the employee runs outside, locking the doors behind him. Police searched the store and found no evidence of forced entry or exit. Even stranger, the camera footage showed the figure, but no heat signature, no weight displacement on the floor, nothing physical at all. To this day, the employee swears what he saw was not human. And honestly, after watching that footage, many people agree. Our fifth and final horrifying moment is from a family camping trip deep in the woods. A father, mother, and their 2 daughters had set up a tent and were roasting marshmallows by the fire. As the night grew darker, the father thought it would be fun to record some nighttime forest ambience on his phone. He didn't realize the recording would capture something far more disturbing. Around 1 a.m., the father hears footsteps near the tree line. He assumes it's a deer and begins filming, zooming in toward the darkness. The fire crackles behind him, the soft laughter of his daughters fading as he moves farther from the campsite. The camera picks up branches snapping, leaves rustling, and something else, breathing. Heavy, slow breathing. The father whispers, "Hello, who's there?" The breathing stops. The forest becomes silent, so silent it almost hurts. He pans the camera left, and that's when he captures it. A pale face with eyes reflecting the firelight, staring directly at him from behind a tree. He gasps loudly, stumbling backward. The figure darts behind another tree with unnatural speed, almost animal-like. The father runs back to the campsite, yelling for his wife to get the kids inside the car. The footage becomes shaky as he fumbles with the keys. As they drive away, the camera, still recording, captures something in the distance. A tall figure running on all fours, keeping pace with their car for several seconds before disappearing into the trees. When the family returned the next morning with authorities, they found deep claw marks on the trees near their tent, far larger and deeper than anything a normal animal could make. The video remains one of the most unsettling pieces of camping footage ever recorded. And that brings us to the end of tonight's video. These moments weren't staged, they weren't special effects. These were real events caught by cameras that were never meant to record horror. As technology evolves and more of our world gets filmed, we may find that the scariest things aren't found in movies, but in the raw, unedited footage captured by people who just happened to press record at the wrong time. Thank you for watching tonight's chilling journey. If you want more terrifying true stories and real moments caught on camera, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay close, because the next story might be the one that keeps you looking over your shoulder long after the screen goes dark. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.